Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please let me take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation. And release the rest to the universe. I am unable to sleep at night because I can't stop thinking about us and how much I miss you. Well, I feel that it's more than just them thinking about you and how much they miss you. I feel that this is about your person, just thinking about everything about this connection. And it does come with a sense of them longing for you. It comes with a sense of them wanting you to be right next to them. It comes with this sense of them feeling that they just can't focus on anything but you at the moment, especially when they're trying to go to sleep. And you guys know what it's like. You have probably been through or even are experiencing this in your own lives right now yourselves. Because when you have this kind of connection with someone and you take these thoughts to bed with you and you think about them as you're trying to go to sleep and trying to figure out what happened and trying to gain some sort of greater understanding of what the heck went wrong and why this person did this to you, it can keep you guys tossing and turning through the night as well. But also with your person spending a lot of time thinking about you as they get into bed, tossing and turning, thinking about what they should have done differently, what they could have done differently, how they will do things differently, what will they do differently in the future. That can keep you awake as well, because even though there is no communication, for many of you watching this reading today, in this 3D space where we are all living, that 5D communication between you and this person is constantly in motion. That energy is constantly going back and forth between your souls because you are connected. And that is part of the power of this connection. But at times it can be a blessing. At other times it can be a curse, right? Especially when you are trying to sleep and your person can't sleep because they are up all night thinking about you, thinking about this relationship and how much they miss you. And you will pick that up from them. You can jolt awake even as they are tossing and turning, thinking about what they're going to do, how they're going to make amends, how they're going to do things differently moving forward. And you can feel that energy surging at you from this person. Because when they are in this space of overthinking, especially at night, that can turn to dwelling. And that can turn to obsessing. When someone is in this place of full-blown obsession about what they're going to do and how they're going to do it and how they're going to make amends and what they're going to say, you can be picking all of this up from your person. And it can even cause you to think that it's time for you to reach out to them. But I assure you, it is them going through all of this process in their mind, thinking about what they're going to say. How are they going to apologize? How are they going to approach you? Where are they going to present this apology? And how are they going to ask you if you're going to be willing to forgive them? You will be picking all of this up from your person. So when you feel this stuff coming at you at night, try to really figure out if it's coming from something within you or if it's coming from them, because they are spending a lot of time at the moment really thinking about all of this, thinking about you, missing you, longing for you, wanting to regain what they have lost, which is you and this relationship. But also they are thinking about how they're going to make amends and how they're going to make it right, because they want to come back to you and they want this opportunity to start fresh and start over with you. If you could read my mind, you would know most of my thoughts involve you. Well, not only at night when they go to bed, but I feel that this is something that is happening for your person throughout the day. They can't focus some days on anything else but you and on this connection, thinking about all of the times that you spent together, reliving all of your shared experiences and memories, replaying a lot of your conversations. They see something, perhaps on a billboard or an advertisement. They see something flash across their phone, perhaps on social media or on their computer while they're at work. They hear a song. They go by a restaurant that was your favorite restaurant to go to together, or coffee shop, or anything or anywhere else that the two of you used to frequent with each other, and boom, that sets them off on many trips down memory lane, rethinking a lot of these shared experiences that you have together. And they can't turn these thoughts off. They can't shut it down because they're thinking about you all the time. And it is not just at night in that quiet space, that twilight space between being awake and falling asleep and then zapping awake, but it is throughout the day, daydreaming about you, wondering what you're doing, envisioning life with you. And then at night, the same thing. Your person's doing this all the time, actually. And I do feel it is something that is weighing heavy on their mind, because they know that they need to reach out to you, and they are as well trying to figure out what they're going to say in this unable to sleep at night space, lying awake, staring at the ceiling, trying to think about how they're going to approach you. How can they represent themselves to you after all this time, after all this hurt, after things that they did and said that were so very damaging to your heart and to your soul and to this connection? I'm so afraid I've ruined everything between us for good. Something else that they dwell on as well. And they can be obsessing about this, doing that what if dance. What if, what if, what if? What if you don't talk to them? But what if you do? What if you don't take them back? But what if you do? What if they don't say the right things to you and you don't understand what they're saying to you, but you do understand because you understand this person? And what if you just understand them because of this connection? Your person's spending a lot of time here in this space of overthinking, overanalyzing, assessing, and reassessing all of this stuff, when all they really need to do and what they should be doing is to just pick up the phone. And all of this late night thoughts, all of this lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, or perhaps even staring at their phone, looking at pictures of you, rereading texts, rereading messages, listening to voicemails, perhaps checking out your social media if you have social media, and doing that before you fall asleep is definitely going to keep you awake, isn't it? More than likely it is, because you just kind of like get sucked into that black hole that sometimes can be social media, because you end up going down these paths that you don't intend to go down, and you guys know what that's like. But your person is saying here that you are on their mind, and they can't stop thinking about you. They think about you at night. They're not able to sleep because they're tossing and turning, because all they can do is think about you and think about this connection, where they failed, what they did wrong, but what they can do to fix it, what they can do to make amends, but also feeling a little anxiety at the moment that they may have ruined things for good. But your person is really hoping and praying throughout all of this, lying awake at night and staring at the ceilings and staring at the wall and putting the pillow over their heads as they toss and turn in their bed. They are hoping and praying that they haven't ruined things between the two of you for good, that you are going to hear them out, that they can make amends, and that you are going to give them this opportunity to explain themselves, to apologize to you, and that you will forgive them and allow them back into your life. They believe that the love between the two of you is strong enough to have that, but yet that little bit of fear still kind of pops up in their head. But what if they don't take me back? And that's okay. Those are the things this person needs to do. But that is actually a healthy kind of fear that will cause your person to reach out, because the curiosity of all of it is going to cause them to want to find out for sure. But as I've already mentioned, what this person should stop doing is tossing and turning, thinking, overthinking, assessing, reassessing, analyzing, overanalyzing, and everything else, and just pick up the phone and hit that green button, hit send, instead of looking at pictures, checking out social media, trying to see what's going on in your life, rereading old texts, looking at old pictures, listening to voicemails, going through emails, and all of the other stuff that the two of you did. It would just make so much more sense for this person to actually take action and reach out to you and do something in the physical 3D space where we are living. And then they would be able to get some sleep, especially if the two of you start talking again. because then they'll think that everything is back on track in their life and that there is balance in their world again. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? I should have let our relationship and my feelings for you grow organically rather than try to control them. Well, they should have, but they didn't for most of you watching the reading. For many of you, I do feel that this person was just too fearful about what was happening in this connection. They knew when they met you that this was going to be the relationship of a lifetime. They knew that when they met you that you were going to be their love of a lifetime. And they were just so fearful about what was happening because their feelings were growing so quickly, so deeply, and it didn't make sense to them. So rather than just go with the flow and the experience that was happening in this spiritual connection, they threw up walls, they slammed on the brakes, they shut down, they started acting out, they started bringing chaos and confusion into this relationship, perhaps creating arguments, perhaps self-sabotage behaviors, words, and actions as well. And all of this was in an effort to control what was happening between the two of you. If I can just control what's happening, then I'm going to be in control of my emotions. Well, it doesn't really work that way, does it? Not really. You try to control the emotions, you try to shut them down, you try to shut them off, but yet it never really works because ultimately those emotions and those feelings are going to come bubbling up from way down deep until they become overwhelming. But your person knows that they should have allowed things to develop naturally, organically between the two of you. By just going with the flow and accepting what was happening between you, the two of you would be in a very different space right now. And your person as well would be able to sleep because they wouldn't be tossing and turning, also feeling and experiencing all of their heartbreak, their loss, feeling the guilt, regret, and remorse for all of the things that they brought into this relationship that hurt you, that hurt themselves, that caused both of you heartbreak. That is what your person is feeling as well at the moment. This tossing and turning, feeling guilty, knowing they should have done things differently, but at least this tells us that they are owning the things that they did wrong. And they were perhaps not willing to be accountable and responsible for these things that they did wrong in the past. Perhaps they never apologized for stuff that they did wrong that hurt you, or saying things that were so damaging to you and to this connection. Perhaps they were too proud to apologize. Perhaps they were operating from a place of their pride and ego and didn't think that they needed to apologize. Whatever. Your person knows that they need to come forward with a very sincere apology, and as well, this is something else that they are thinking about as they are lying awake at night, unable to sleep because they can't stop thinking about you and this connection. But it is going to ultimately get them to the place where they will act instead of thinking, where they will follow through instead of dwelling, where they will do something different instead of just being in that place of analysis paralysis, and come forward to you, because I feel it is going to eventually cause them to rise up and do something, because your person's having a hard time with all of this, and they know that it's time to make something happen because they know it would make them feel better, feel balanced if they can actually start talking to you, because apparently this is driving them nuts. So I do feel that this is something that is driving your person a bit over the edge here. All of this thinking, obsessing, dwelling, overthinking, overanalyzing, and everything else, I feel it is causing them to feel a little bit over the edge here with this is driving me nuts card. And it can do that. When you are constantly thinking and dwelling and obsessing, of course it can drive you nuts. You guys probably feel that as well. You've probably been through something very similar to some of these things. And your thoughts are probably mostly about your person most of the time as well, right? And that can also drive you a little bit nuts. It can make you feel like you are kind of like on the edge, or you feel like, what am I feeling and what am I experiencing? What's wrong with me? I feel like I am losing my sense of reality here. But it is not that. It is because of this connection. And when we have these kinds of connections with someone, when we have met the one who lights our heart and our soul on fire. And then that person detaches from us. It can actually make us feel like we are losing our minds. But that's not really what's happening. Or perhaps you think that, well, this wasn't real and it was just all in my head and I must have just imagining what I was feeling and experiencing, and maybe I'm delusional and all of these other things. You are not delusional. You are not crazy. What you are feeling and experiencing is a soul connection, and your person is aware of this as well. Something else that they have been spinning a lot of cycles in their brain over, trying to understand themselves, understand their behaviors and this connection, causing them to understand and see and realize full on that this is a deeply spiritual connection. And perhaps even acknowledging that you are soulmates or twin flames. If this is something that you guys tried to talk about in the past with your person and they said, oh, that's not real, that's just make-believe, there's no such thing, or whatever, it's one-sided, and all of the other things they may have said to you, then things are going to be very different as they come back, because they definitely understand that there is something very powerfully significant happening in their life since you came into their life. It's why they can't let you go. It's why they can't stop thinking about you. It's why they can't run from their feelings, and why they try to control this love but realize that they can't. And that, in and of itself, is what's been driving this person nuts. So what I'm really hearing is that your person wants to surrender to all of this. They want to surrender to you and to surrender to this connection, so the two of you can start building this partnership, so you can start building this relationship and allow it to be in this much better space than where it ever was before, because your person understands. They get it, and they've had this massive wake-up call. So while they may be lying awake at night thinking of you, all of this has given them the wake-up call that they need, the understanding, and that shift in perspective that they need as well. But let's use some tarot cards now and see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know? Well, this is the Ten of Cups. Well, the Ten of Cups is all about your person wanting it all with you. They may be missing you, they may be longing for you, but they are really also thinking about how life with you can possibly play out with this Ten of Cups being here. The Ten of Cups is about long-term partnership. It is about love. It is about you and your person being able to have a happy, healthy partnership, a wonderful relationship with each other, because this is what your person envisions as well in that moment where they can't sleep, in all of those moments actually where they can't sleep, where they are tossing and turning, thinking about what a future with you would look like. What will it be like? Where will we live? Where will we go on vacation? Will we have pets? Will we have kids? What will we do for the weekends? Who will we have over for the weekends? What are we going to do on Monday nights? Are we going to have a beautiful garden? Are we going to have a duck pond? I am using the images on this card, guys, but these are kind of like some of the similar thoughts that your person is having right now. But as well, they want to remain hopeful and optimistic that you are going to hear them out, that you are going to allow them to come back into your life. And they are hoping that you are also hopeful and optimistic that they can finish these changes, that they can finish this transformation that they've been going through, so that they can come back into your life, because your person knows the two of you belong together, which is what they have really figured out during this time of lying in bed, awake at night, unable to sleep, staring at the ceiling, tossing and turning, looking at their phone, perhaps flipping through TV channels or anything else they are doing in that space, when they are having so many thoughts of you that they can't turn it off. Turn off their brain, that is, because they can't turn off their heart for you either, because that love for you that they tried to control, these feelings, they've continued to grow and evolve and get stronger and bigger, even during this place of disconnect that you are in from this person at the moment. But this Ten of Cups is all about long term. It is the happily ever after card. But 10 Cups, full of love, full of feeling and emotion and romance that your person feels for you. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What is coming through? What does the collective need to know? Well, this is justice. Justice tells us that there is so much more to this story than where it currently stands, because justice is about the soul contract that you have with this person. You do have this soul contract for the life lessons and experiences that you are having individually, but definitely with it coming next to that 10 of Cups, there are so many more life lessons and experiences for you to have together in partnership. And those are going to be the happy ones, the romantic ones, the loving ones, the building a home together ones. Justice also tells us your person knows that they did not treat you fairly. And I do feel as well they spend a lot of time thinking about this. They know that they should have treated you better. They know that they didn't give to you as much as they should have or as they could have. And perhaps at one point they did give a lot more to you and then they kind of slacked off. But they know that that was not the right thing to do. And they are feeling the heavy guilt and regret for all of that, allowing you to do the heavy lifting, allowing you to do most of the work, because that is just the nature of who you are, in that you are kind, caring, loving, giving, and supportive, trying to hold this connection together by yourself, which you really can't do. You can do it for a while, but over the long term, it wouldn't work that way, but your person knows that. Also, this beautiful Justice card is about the balance that is going to be restored to this relationship. We have that beautiful yin-yang symbol there as well. That is about divine masculine and divine feminine coming into union, you and your person getting it together, because there's so much more to your story than where it currently stands, and there's unfinished business here, and your person knows it. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? Well, Temperance. Temperance. Your person knows the two of you have such great chemistry, with Temperance showing up. Temperance is the card of alchemy, which is about the blending of your essences, the blending of your souls. And what is the blending of your souls? It is bringing the two of you together into union. And that is what these three cards so far are all about, these three tarot cards. Temperance also is about building on a much stronger foundation than where you were in the past. A foundation of love, respect, mutually supporting each other rather, and your person wanting to show you that they're ready to be authentic, that they're ready to be real, that they're ready to accept this partnership and ready to move forward, with this Temperance card being present. But Temperance is about this chemistry that's here between you and this person. It's powerful. It is intense. This also confirms that there is a spiritual counterpart connection between you and your person. Whether you are soulmates or twin flames, please just take that as it resonates. But Temperance is also about patience. And you have been so very patient with this person, and they know it. And they want to express their gratitude and their appreciation for all of this as they start reaching out to you and as they start rebuilding this relationship with you, because it has given them the space and the time that they need to figure themselves out. Because based on the message cards that we're getting for this reading today, I really feel your person has been figuring themselves out, because they can't sleep. They can't turn thoughts of you off. The love that they feel for you in their heart hasn't gone away. This is major clues for this person, because it's driving them nuts, that they need to come back in your direction, that they need to reach out, that they need to stop thinking, overthinking, dwelling, and obsessing, and reach out to you and restore this balance and harmony into this relationship. Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius. Justice is ruled by Libra, but you don't have to be any of the signs that I might mention for this reading. This is a collective reading, and it is for all signs. It's more important that we consider how all of the cards relate to the other cards on the table in terms of how the universe is presenting the message to the collective today. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Let's see what is coming through. Well, this is the Six of Pentacles. The person sees you as a blessing in their life. They see you as a gift from God. They see you a gift from the divine. They see you as a gift from the divine, rather. And they want to treat you with the love and the respect and the dignity that they should have treated you with in the past. But again, this Six of Pentacles is about balance, being restored to this relationship. This is interesting, actually, because Justice, Temperance, and the Six of Pentacles are all cards of balance. Your person seeing where they allowed things to get really out of whack between the two of you when you were spending time together, but also knowing that they need to restore this balance within themselves to bring it back into this connection. They want tranquility and they want peace between the two of you. They want to be able to show you that they are ready for love, that they are ready for you, that they are ready for the blending of your souls and the blending of your essences. Because this is truly about, as well, your person missing you so much. I feel like your person does not feel complete without your presence in their life. This is as well why it's driving them nuts. They miss your compassion, they miss your kindness, they miss your generosity, and they miss your love. But as they come back in your direction to start rebuilding, they're going to be so much more giving to you, making you so much more of a priority than they did in the past. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today. What do we need to hear? The Empress. Well, your person knows that you are the one, with the Empress showing up. This person tells us that they want this partnership with you. They know that the two of you belong together. They see you as someone who is very kind, very loving, very caring, very giving, very nurturing and supportive. And they want to return this energy back to you. But also with the Empress being here, they are so very attracted to you. And they do spend some time at night unable to sleep because they are thinking about, well, your passionate moments, because the Empress is also a card of sensuality. But the Empress is the Earth Mother, and so very much like this Ten of Cups, it can indicate that perhaps you and your person want to have a family, plan a family together, combine your families. Please only take that part as it resonates. That won't resonate with everyone, but they see you as a mover and a shaker. They see you as someone who is very confident, very competent, and they see you as someone who makes things happen at times very effortlessly. And they want to return to you because they miss being around you. They miss your presence. They miss your energy. They want to get back to the light of who you are, the essence of who you are that they try to dream about, and they do dream about sometimes in that 5D space, in the spiritual realm, being able to connect with you there. But they want to connect with you in the 3D space. This is about longing for you and desiring you, but also seeing a long-term partnership with you, because the Empress is also about commitment, usually one that involves marriage, actually. Now, coming from the bottom, we do have the Nine of Swords. No surprises, actually, that the Nine of Swords would show up today, because the Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety and worry. It is a card of sleepless nights. It is a card of overthinking. It is a card of someone who is tossing and turning instead of being able to fall asleep. And this, at the moment, I do feel is your person. And as I mentioned in the very beginning of the reading, this can be affecting you as well. And if this is happening to you, and you are bolting awake with thoughts of your person, you can ask your angels and guides to return those thoughts to the sender, or you can ask them to tone them down, because ultimately you still have to be able to take care of yourself so that you can rest, so that you can sleep. The Empress as well, all about beauty. Perhaps you're needing your beauty sleep. Perhaps this is about you considering getting a glam up for yourselves as well. Now, we also have the Knight of Swords coming from the bottom. This tells us your person is going to communicate with you. The Knight of Swords is all about reaching out and communicating. And they are, as well, though, spending a lot of time thinking. This is someone who is definitely overthinking, overanalyzing, spending a lot of time thinking things through and figuring out how they are going to present themselves to you again as a romantic partner. The Knight of Swords is an air sign, so that is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And then we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is, well, it's about leaving the known for the unknown. And what does your person know at the moment? Well, dwelling, obsessive, too much thinking, overthinking, spending too much time analyzing and overanalyzing and not being able to sleep. But in this place of doing this, they're also able to get rid of their baggage, which is what the Eight of Cups is about. Getting rid of the baggage, walking away from the clutter, having the life lessons and experiences, and spending a lot of time in thought to where they can identify those things that have been holding them back from what they truly desire in life. And at the moment, what I'm hearing is what your person truly desires in life is you and this connection. Now, the next card coming from the bottom is the Lovers. And the Lovers, well, is about a decision for love. The Lovers is about your person reaching out as well to communicate. This is about them longing for you. This is about them missing you, being attracted to you, but wanting to come back, wanting to reconcile, wanting to get back together. But the Lovers is also about divine union. It is about the sacred union of divine masculine and divine feminine. So it can be about twin flames. It can be about soulmates. Please just take it as it resonates for the kind of connection that you have with your person. Both of those will work. It's a divine counterpart connection, actually. And we have talked about that with the Temperance card. But the Lovers is ruled by Gemini. So again, Sun, Moon, Rising in Gemini, but you don't have to be any of the signs that we have talked about for this reading. For it to work, it's more important that we consider the message as a whole in what the universe is presenting to the collective. But this is about a decision for love. This tells us your person is going to decide to come back in your direction with the right words, because they will eventually stop thinking about all of this and reach out to you and follow through to take action, because they want to return to the light of this love. They want to return to this connection, and they want to build a much lighter, brighter future with you than the way they ended it, than when they ran, when they ghosted, when they shut down on you. Because through all of their thinking and all of their lack of sleep and tossing and turning and everything else, your person can still see through all of this that you are the one. They are just hoping and praying that they have not ruined things between the two of you for good. That is a little bit of worry and anxiety that they're having that comes with that Nine of Swords. But then as well, they do have that faith and they do have that belief, because they are listening to the inner guidance from the higher power, their higher power, whatever that is, whether it's God, the universe, the divine, the angels and guides, whatever that higher power is for your person. They are listening to that divine guidance, and they know that this connection between the two of you is divinely protected and inspired, and they are hoping that you see it the same way, because they want to come back to you and they want to rebuild this relationship. Only this time, they're going to be able to be fully devoted to you in building a relationship, in doing what is necessary to make sure that they are giving so much more to you than they ever did in the past, and also loving you and expressing this love to you in many ways, through words, through actions, through gestures of love and gifts, etc. Because your person doesn't want to be without you. I feel that that is their greatest fear, that they have ruined things between the two of you for good. Assessing. This card comes with number 9, if anyone resonates with number 9. Now, number 9 can be the 9th of a month. It can be the 9th month, which is September. Or it could just be the number 9 if the number 9 resonates with any of you guys out there. I put this in the wrong place. But this assessing card, what's interesting about this card is this is a hot air balloon, and the hot air balloon is actually this person's dress. To me, that is just really cool in this artwork that's on that card. It's her dress. Well, this is your person assessing, obviously. Assessing and reassessing and thinking things through. But in their thinking things through, they have had this great moment of clarity, this great epiphany or series of epiphanies, because they can see things now so much better than they ever have before. And even though this overthinking and this tossing and turning and unable to sleep and dreaming and everything else, I feel is perhaps driving you a little bit over the edge, especially if you're picking that up from your person. It is as well driving them over the edge. And they realize that it's time to stop thinking, it's time to stop assessing and analyzing, etc., and do something to come back towards you, to open the lines of communication and get talking. And that is what the energy of that Knight of Swords also is about. Communication, talking, getting these lines of contact open between the two of you so that you can start talking to each other. Next, we have Wood Nymph, Beauty. Well, your person definitely thinks that you are beautiful or handsome. They are attracted to you. And it's not just about the external features, guys, although that definitely turns them on, especially with the Empress and the Lovers being here. But this is about the beauty of your soul, that inner light that comes from within you, the essence of who you are. That is what they truly find so beautiful, so attractive and mesmerizing about you. And that is about your kindness, your generosity, your love, the way that you are so helpful and so kind to others, the way that you are so nurturing and supportive, and you genuinely care about people and animals and things that are going on in the world. And this is something else that your person is so attracted to you about, as well as your physical features, but they are definitely turned on by you physically. Do not think that they are not. Do not think that that is why the situation is the way that it is, because they weren't attracted to you, because nothing could be further from the truth for that, okay? They are attracted to you. They are so attracted to you, actually, and they're thinking about this as well in this space where they're not able to sleep. You are so beautiful. They love your hair, they love your eyes, they love the way that you smile, they love the way that you laugh, the way that you giggle, the way that you make them laugh. They love the feel of your hand in theirs. They just love everything about you, and at the moment, they are missing everything about you as well. This Wood Nymph card comes with number 42. If anyone resonates, I'm sorry, that is 52. If anyone resonates with the number 52, which could be May 2nd, it could be February 5th, it could be the number 52, it could be the number 7, because 5 plus 2 equals 7, which is about change. The number 9 as well, about the end of a cycle. The end of this cycle of dwelling and obsessing and overthinking. The end of this cycle of no contact to come back in your direction for this reconciliation and union that comes with the Lover's card. We also have Starry Night, acceptance. This card comes with number 41. Well, I feel that this is about your person surrendering to this connection, surrendering to the universe, surrendering to the powers that be, surrendering to the divine, surrendering to you, surrendering to everything and everyone, because your person does not like their life without you. That is what I'm hearing. They have had to go through this place of shutdown to really appreciate you, to appreciate who you are in their life, to appreciate your beauty, to appreciate your passion, to appreciate everything about you, your kindness, your nurturing, your support, your love, the way that you are, the way that you give, the way that you are so gracious, the way that you have generosity of love and affection, just the essence of who you are, because that is what this person is missing in their life. And they know that it's time to surrender all of this need to control what they were feeling. It is time for them to surrender all of this to the powers that be and just come back in your direction. This card comes with number 41. If anyone resonates with the number 41, that could be April 1st. It could be January 4th. It could be the number 5, because 4 plus 1 equals 5, which is another number for change. So we could have 5, 7, 9 as part of these numbers, but 52, 9, and 41. Picture, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia. Well, yes, this is what your person does in the dark of night when they can't sleep. Look at pictures, looking at pictures of you, missing you, feeling nostalgic about you. is just going to make them stay in that place of thinking and overthinking and obsessing, isn't it? Of course it is. Because if they start down this path before they go to sleep, or I'm just going to look at a few pictures on my phone before I go to sleep, that's not how it happens. Your person is going to look at more pictures and look at more pictures and reread texts and messages and emails and perhaps look at videos that the two of you made together and all of these other things, wanting to make more memories with you, causing them to even think about you more is what I'm hearing with that. But let's see what else we need to know. Heartbroken, deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair. Well, I do feel your person is sad without you. And I do feel that they're deeply hurt without you. That can be part of the energy of that Nine of Swords as well. Feeling worried, having anxiety that you may not be wanting or willing to take them back. I can definitely kind of like vibe with that feeling, but your person knows what they need to do to mend this heartbreak. Because I also feel that they feel guilty for breaking your heart. And that solution for that, for feeling deeply hurt and sad, for feeling lost, grieving and despair over a breakup, is to reach out. Instead of looking at their phone, let's press that magical green button that says send, and then they can connect to you, and then the two of you can start talking. But your person is at the moment in this space where they feel this need to think all of this through. This is how they spend their days and their evenings. A lot of the time, love, unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, affection and attraction, and selflessness. Well, you have always been selfless with this person, with your love. And they know that when they come back, especially with that Six of Coins and Justice card being here, they're going to be selfless with you as well. No more selfishness, no more pride and ego and all of those other things getting in the way, because your person has had this massive wake-up call, and they see and they understand, because they have been missing you. They have been longing for you in this place where they can't sleep, where they toss and turn, and it is screaming out at them that it's time for them to reach out and practice this unconditional love that they feel for you, with you. But I feel as well, your person is going to be loving themselves a lot more, self-love and wholeness. This is about your person healing and repairing those things within them that have caused them to be so detached from you, that have caused them to put up walls, that have caused them to not be able to open their heart, that have caused them to act and react and behave in ways that have been hurtful to you in this relationship. You will see a difference in this person as they come back, because they're going to be a lot more affectionate. They will be more generous with their affection and with their love than you have ever seen them, because that is part of that Six of Pentacles and Justice card energy coming back towards you also. Old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Well, you know, do you guys ever do that? Replay events over in your head? Sometimes I do that. Replay events in my head. And then I wish I didn't replay those events in my head, because I don't like the pictures that replaying of events can create, right? That some of them are good pictures, some of them are not so good pictures. And your person is doing this right now, replaying these events, your happy times, wanting to make new memories because they are replaying the happy times you spent together. But then as well, replaying the events that were not so happy. But that is a powerful learning exercise for this person. Replaying these events where they brought damage into this relationship, where they said hurtful things to you, where they acted and behaved in ways that were dishonorable to you and to this relationship. But this is helping them figure out what they can and will do differently moving forward, because that is why this person has been in this space of not being able to sleep for quite some time, lying awake at night, thinking about you and how they're going to create changes to come back in your direction, because your person wants to make new memories. They want more love with you. They want more adventures. They want more experiences. They want more passion. But importantly, they see that there is a strong potential for partnership and for union between the two of you. And so they have been working on what they need to work through to get rid of it. All of these things that have held them back with this Eight of Cups energy, they are letting it go. They are getting rid of it. They are kicking it away, getting rid of the baggage, getting rid of the drama, the chaos, the confusion, and everything else that was negatively affecting this relationship. Because your person wants to come back to you. They want to be real with you. They want to be authentic with you. And they see a future with you. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.